Leela, tell me about you.
Hi sir, a very good afternoon. I am Sirigam Nagalila. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I came from Andhra Pradesh to Tamil Nadu to pursue a career here, to meet new people, learn their language, what is the lifestyle here, and explore more. And to talk about my academics, I have completed diploma in textile technology from GITT College, and currently I am pursuing BTech Fashion Technology from Sona College of Technology. I am very passionate and interested in this domain. And to talk about my internship, I have completed internship in 5 different organizations with a span of 10 days to even 6 months. And along with the practical knowledge, I have gained the things how the real-time experience working in an industry will be, what are the challenges faced by a person who is working in the industry, how to deal with different people, how to deal with different situations, and these are the things which motivated me to do a industrial-oriented job. And to talk about my personality, from my childhood I am a very proactive, enthusiastic and energetic person, which is why I am involved in lot of clubs in Sona, presented lot of papers in the national conferences, international conferences, did fashion shows and modeling, and I like to learn the things which are out of my academics. So recently I completed a course in supply chain management, because I feel that supply chain management will provide the work which is kind of creative and which is kind of challenging rather than doing some repetitive and boring work, and this is exactly matching with the work nature of decathlon, which is why I am interested. So if given a chance, I would love to work with decathlon. Thank you sir, that's all about me.
Tell me about your internship experience.
Sir, I have completed internship in 5 different organizations, and in some organizations I have completed for 10 days, 2 weeks, and in mainly Shahi Exports and Brandex I have completed 6 months internship in each of the companies. And during this internship I have learned a lot of practical things, starting from the IE department till the production department, and also I have learned a lot of managerial skills such as how to deal with people, what is the hierarchy chart of the organizations, how to face different challenges in an organization, what are the values held by a person who is working in an organization. These are the things I have learned thoroughly in the internship period.
Okay, tell me about your weakness and how will you overcome your weakness?
So to talk about my work weakness, I think that I am a kind of work-centric person, and whatever the work I do, I'll expect perfection in that. And when we are working in a team, I'll expect the perfection from the other people, and I'll expect the perfection from my teammates. So to overcome the weakness, from the starting itself, I'm thinking the perspective of the other person, perspective of the team members. So by seeing the things in this perspective, I can understand what is the difficulties faced by them, sir, and helping them out for those difficulties, we can solve the issue, sir.
Okay. Tell me about what do you know about decathlon?
So Decathlon is a sports retailing company. It is started in France, and now it is everywhere in the world. Everywhere a person is talking about sportswear will talk about Decathlon, and the Decathlon is very good for its quality assurance for the customers, and they have a lot of liabilities for the customers they are providing. And regarding the work nature of the Decathlon, the persons who are working in the Decathlon are really motivated to their work they are doing. They are really interested in the thing what they are doing, and they are doing with lot of love and passion. I'm not seeing a person who is being with pressure and who is feeling the work as a burden in Decathlon. So this is the most unique thing about the company, sir.
So what do you know about retail? What is important in retail?
So the main objective of a retail company is to satisfy the needs of customers who are coming from different backgrounds. If we take the example of myself and my father, my preference of clothing will be different from my father's preference of clothing. I will be taking the clothings which are in trend and which are very fashionable. But when taking in the perspective of my father, he will think of affordable prices. He wants quality product. So when we both are going for a particular retail shop, our both needs to be satisfied, and this is the main objective of the retail company, sir.
Okay. Tell me about supply chain.
So supply chain management is not about a particular department or a particular thing. It is linked processes starting from the production of any product. The raw material is the main thing, and from the raw material till the end products which is gets into the customer hand, there are a lot of things such as planning, sourcing, production and logistics, and these things need to be carefully handled by the person who is working in supply chain management, sir.
Okay. See, if you are placing a employee and he's getting irritated whenever you give instruction,
Okay, sir.
and how do you handle them?
So when a person is getting irritated, first of all I need to find the reason further, and if the reason is not appropriate, and if he is having some work pressure or anything out of my control, I'll try to talk to him, I try to motivate him in the work he is doing, and if he is facing the difficulty towards the work which I have given, I'll try to give it in a simpler way. I try to make him understand the thing in a simpler way, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Tell me about your projects.
Sir, projects I completed in garment panel replacement in Brandex and standardization of binding section in Brandex and cutting waste reduction in Shahi Exports. And to talk about the mini project which I have done in college, at the end of each semester we are allotted with a project work. In this I have done a headband for headache relief, and we have done a designer collection based on avant-garde theme, and by the use of cottonseed oil to reduce the water consumption, we have done dyeing with cottonseed oil, sir.
Okay. So you have participated in hackathon,
Yes, sir.
auto turning device. What is
Yes,
it?
sir. Sir, auto-typing device is mainly used by the patients who are in mobile stage. For example, if you take an example of a person who is in coma stage, he can't move, and when a person is in a stable state for a long time, there may be chances of blisters happening at the back of the person or at the different places of body. So if you place a sensor, and the sensor will help the person to move, for example, if you give the frequency of 15 to 20 minutes, for every 15 minutes he will automatically turn, and his state of position will be different from the rest. So in this way we can reduce the blisters.
Okay. How did you handle your failure in your life?
So when talking about failures, I need to talk about my diploma life. So after my 10th completed, I joined in a college which is very from my home. So my father and my family at the initial stage, they didn't accept my decision, and I went to college, I joined there, and within a 2 weeks gap, I returned back to my home that I can't sustain in that situation. Then I realized and put a challenge to myself. What is the challenge faced by me? Why I am not able to make this happen? Then by analyzing the situation, by giving strength back to me, by getting self-motivated, I accept that failure, and I went back to that college and I completed my diploma there, sir.
Okay. So how do you motivate yourself?
So, for example, tomorrow I need to have an exam which I didn't prepare yet. So further, rather than becoming stressful, or rather than thinking about what will happen if I didn't write the exam, I'll just think what I can do now, what I can able to do, what is my strength, what is my plus points, what is the things I need to improve. By analyzing these things and by having a proper planning, we can do it, sir.
Okay. So imagine, no, I'm rejecting right now. What will you do?
First of all, I'll analyze what is the reason for my rejection. Then I'll talk to the person who gets placed, and if any possibility, I'll try to get a feedback from you. Then by analyzing my weakness, and I'll try to talk the trainers who can give suggestions to me. I'll try to get the stuff from YouTube. I'll try to get the knowledge from wherever I can to improve myself, and I'll try to give my best for the next interview, sir.
Okay. What is the one thing that you really like about fashion technology?
Sure, fashion technology, the one thing which I like is the creative process. Whatever you do in a fashion, it will be creative, sir. Mismatching fashions, if we think, for example, if you are making a garment and at one point you made a big mistake, there is nothing to worry about. So by doing another creative works and by following some hacks, we can make it into a fashion. And this is what I like about fashion, sir.
Okay. Tell me, what did you learn from your father?
Sir, my father is a farmer, So he is not a kind of person who will get a amount of money at 30th of the month or 1st of the month. In some days he'll get, in some years he'll get 12 lakh per annum, or there are some days where we get only 2 lakhs per annum. So whenever he is having money, whatever the situation he is facing, I never see him in a very sad mood. He will keep the professional things out of the home. He will never talk to me about his failures. He will never talk to me about the things which will make him sad. Whatever happens, he'll keep it outside the home, and inside the home we are living as a happily family, sir, because of my father. And I think I should be proud of my father, sir.
See, how do you handle stressful situation?
So when I get stressed, the first thing I'll do is to analyze the reason for the stress. I strongly feel that getting stressed will not help us in any good way. So by analyzing the stress, by analyzing what we can do, what is the main problem for our solution, and get a problem for the situation, and analyzing it by following some kind of things, and by following it, by approaching the solutions, we can get out of the stress easily, sir. And in some situations, meditations and talking with our favorite person and doing a favorite activity will also help us to reduce stress, sir.
So, tell me about your experience. That experience happened in Shahi Exports.
Sir, after my 2 years of diploma, Shahi Exports is the first company I am going, and it is the first manufacturing company which I visited. And at the first day of the company visit, I was very nervous because there are a lot of professional people. There are nearly around 1,000 members who is working in the industry, and by seeing a lot of people, I was really worried. And then later on, the days are going on, I try to gain the knowledge from the persons who are very professional state, but the bad experience is some people are very arrogant. Whenever I try to approach them and whenever I try to collect information from them, they will talk to me in a very arrogant way. They will talk to me in a very reckless way. So that is a very bad experience happened to me, sir.
How did you handle them?
Sir, first of all, when as a fresher, when I go to the industry, I was really worried, and when the people are arrogant, I felt really sad about it, sir. But then talking to my father about the situation, he just came up with a solution that, and he helped me out of the solution that I can approach them when they are in good mood, and approaching the people who are in good mood, and by analyzing the character and by analyzing the attitude of the person, I approach them in that way and in good time, sir.
Okay. So how, what is your plan? What is your 5-year plan? What do you...
Sir, as of now, I want to get placed in a good reputed company with good package, and after that, in 5 years, I want to be in a position where I can lead a lot of people under me, and I want to be in a situation where I can have a mutual learning. I don't want to stop the learning after I get placed. I want to be in a stage where I can get lot of inputs, where I can get challenging situations, and I want to be in a very interesting role, sir.
So, do you postpone things, like you procrastinate something?
Of course, sir. Sometimes I'll procrastinate things, but it is not happen frequently. As I am a very organized person, so I'll give the priority for the things. So sometimes I can't able to make the things today. I'll not procrastinate it for it's too long. If it didn't happen tomorrow, today, tomorrow is the last date for that, sir. So it will not mostly happen, but when it happens, I'll try to manage it, sir.
How do you manage time?
Sir, time management, by having a proper planning of the things. First of all, I list out the things which are need to be done. Then by giving the priority, this is the first thing to be done. Based on the depth of the thing and based on the deadline of the thing, I'll give priorities. And based on the priorities and based on the things which will keep me self-motivated and interested, I'll complete the tasks, sir.
How do you motivate yourself?
So when I am in a bad situation or when I am in a bad mood, the first thing I'll do is I'll try to analyze what is really happening, and by analyzing the things which happened in past, by remembering my past memories, by remembering the past achievements done by things, I'll feel only one, sir. If you could able to do that, why can't you able to do this? By keeping that kind of motivation, I'll do things, sir.
Okay. So, what role would you be interested to work in decathlon?
Sir, in decathlon, I would love to work as a supply chain manager, sir.
Why supply chain?
So supply chain management is not an easy task. It is a very complex complexity behind it, starting from the production from the raw material stage to the production, and till the product is handed in the place of the customer. We need to take care of a lot of things, and it will not be very easy. It is a very challenging task, and day by day we need to meet lot of people, we need to interact with a lot of people, and it will give us a lot of creative work rather than some same repetitive work. So by doing these kind of things, I think it will be very interesting, sir.
Okay. So, do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.